Hello everyone, today we'll be playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let's get right into it. December 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah, one way or another this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. Huh? I was told that whatever Mr. White says today will be the absolute truth, no matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty? End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. No, it's not too innocent of you to be faking evidence, lying, hiding junk from court. No, that's definitely what an innocent person does. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatments, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why its witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the Correct. And you witnessed the from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Oh. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witnesses' accounts. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusing, if that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from that light. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction, then it was all over. Hmm. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross examination. Yes, Your Honor. How'd you know what time it was? Because I'm always absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. It doesn't matter about trust, bro. We're in court. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 o'clock. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. Press further, I guess. I don't know. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May, but he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly perusing, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay and Co law offices? Correct, that is the only window you see. And there you are reading. Papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman hotel, and I am a very busy man who had business to do. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I'm no snoop peeking out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? Needless to say, that man was not other than you, Mr. Lawyer. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what do you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at that time? She just had finished watching a soap opera on TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been taping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she taped the phone of this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? I am absolutely perfect. End of story. How many times must I hear that? Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? Finally, there was a terrible impaction that was all over. To the left, you say, but she said to the right. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts with Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it's simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The was here, And the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Mr. White is right, Miss May is right, both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the was standing. It really takes you a real scientist to figure that out, doesn't it? Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this court will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rascallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He is laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears to have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck, you can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow, but she was only hit once. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet it will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. She ran to the left. Autopsy. Mr. White, the victim from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. It doesn't change anything. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one, White. Mr. White? Okay. The 2 counts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss May run to the left. You attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then he did hit her with a single blow. Thwap! Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, Your stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. The two accounts. Well, you see, I looked at the other window and I heard the thing fall. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass slide stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass slide stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No. The triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrowing the witness. You're looking a little flustered at first. You attacked her, but she dodged. Now, before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. Do we? She turned and ran for the door. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. No, not me. I mean, he gave chase. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. He's the one who said him, not me. Right. Thank you, Miles. Then you did hit her with a single blow. Thwap! Thwap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something, but it won't be easy. The light stand was laying on the floor when I looked. How would you see it laying on the floor, though? The glass stand was lying on the floor? That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait, one moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I am so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Am I badgering him? Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well, the witness may continue his account. One thing I really got was like the floor plans. How would he have seen that fall over? Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window of the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculously. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as the glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when it took place. Mr. White? Mr. White, you did it, didn't you? Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix, right? What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess to your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Here you go. Confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of this court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to take the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that cursed light stand. How would you know that it fell, though? Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this all means, said Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the light stand. At the very moment. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was. I see. However, it is the fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to the place with the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand there. There you go. Mr. Phoenix Wright theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place a wiretap. This is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify that it had fallen over, by the sound? Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before. Do you have any proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before. Right. I had entered the Fay & Co. offices. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. offices. Those who were obviously Mr. White's, but you don't know for sure. Do you have proof that it was? And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, he said they could be. He didn't say they are. If he knew, he would say. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. offices. Of course, I had done so to replace the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Yes, it does. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as inconspicuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Man, there's nothing for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk, I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Huh? Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia! Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! Where am I? Waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Hey, Phoenix! Okay? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya. Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1 million? Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4. September 4? That's right, Phoenix. I brought that stand the day before I was. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in this testimony? It was beginning of September, the week before. He said he saw the stand the week before the. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. We wish you didn't do that, mister. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Or was it? Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand and the date of the purchase. Why, that's the day before the You see? Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Faye & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Ah! Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible achievable. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Eh? What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object, wait and see what happens. Object! Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may, you're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is writing on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. In the world is this? A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Detest! Halt! But please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor, in many ways. I guess you could say that, if only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Bay & Co. Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did you look like my sister? Look like you were. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Co. offices, right? And who better but me? My bae, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? That's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Blair calls you. Nick? You know what that means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it weren't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Co offices, it's got a good ring to it. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Are you my stalker now? Alright, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Okay, wait up. Alright, I gotta stop recording. It's been like 3.5 hours. Hope you enjoyed.